Hi, I'm Caitlin. This is Ava. I'm an artist and a mom, and I've recorded this now for the third time, so I'm going to try to remember to say everything that I wanted to say. I tried to make this great, perfect first video, and it's been forever, like weeks, and I've just been spinning my wheels trying to make this perfect video for you guys to just introduce me and all about who I am and what I do as an artist. And I just realized it wasn't gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. There is no perfect. You can't get it perfect, and if you could, you couldn't do it when you have a kid. And that's kind of what this channel is all about anyway, or in my mind, that's what it's about. Channel. Yeah. So I'm here at the end of a very difficult day telling you about this drawing I did. It was a couple weeks ago, and I finished it. I pushed to finish it right before vacation, and it's oil pastel drawings are my favorite right now. I find it really fun. It's kind of squishy and structural, and sorry, we're looking at the birds out the window. But I love, and I don't look at the camera this is weird, okay? This is weird. It'll get better, I'm sure. But anyway, it's an oil pastel drawing. I used a Japanese mask as a reference. I've been really into masks lately. You'll probably see some more mask drawings show up. There was a truck that drove by. Yeah. So, without any further ado, here you go. I started with pastel paper. It's the Canson pastel paper. I cut it in half because I didn't want it to be too big. And then I started sketching. I used a reference of a Japanese mask. It's a demon mask. Yeah, I'm just into masks right now. So that's what I used as a reference. Ice? What do you need? You need the monies? Okay. And yeah, I'm really sorry about the jiggly camera. I don't really know what to do to fix it at this point. Working with what I got. But yeah, just going in with the darkest pastel color there. That's the darkest one they make in the whole set. As far as green goes, I think there might be a darker blue, but obviously this mask is green. So he's green. And I'm just, at this point, I am trying to use only the Paul Rubens. But then, as I'm saying that, I pick up a Cray-Pas. Lol. Yeah. But I realized that, probably at this moment, that it wasn't going to work out just as a strictly pastel painting, drawing, whatever you call oil pastel work. Just because of the value. It just wasn't there with the dark green I was using. So I wanted to make those wrinkles a lot darker. So I had to grab some of my Cray-Pas Expressionist oil pastels for that. love those juicy wrinkles. Yes. I thought I would talk a little bit about like being a stay-at-home mom and like working with the baby in the room, and like it can be really crazy and difficult. And stop eating crayons, Ava. Like, she's eating crayons right now. Here. Hey. Because she loves to do creative stuff while I'm doing creative stuff too. So, like, that's one thing that's really helped as she's gotten older, that she just loves color, she loves to paint, she loves to eat her crayons, she likes to read books. She loves to watch what I'm doing, but she also wants to help. So I was thinking maybe I'll like make a video. Come here. She continues to eat her crayons. Psst. Come here. She just smiles at me and walks away. Yeah, I'll definitely I think I want to do like a collaboration video. Something with oil pastels would be fun because she can actually make marks quite well. She's got good fine motor control, so look for that in the future. I don't have a lot to say about it, except for it can be really frustrating. It can feel like I'm never getting anything done, but it can be fun too, and I actually do get stuff done. I just... Yes? Do you have something to add? Mama. What does Mama do?
Painties.
Mama does painties. That's right. Do you like to do painties?
Painties.
Yeah. Painties are fun. Okay. I'm going to keep darkening all these wrinkles. Like, I think I went back 3 times and deepened them because I just wanted more contrast. Wrinkles. Yeah. Wrinkle. Enjoy. snack? It's in here. What happened? Come on. You're gonna do some painties? Yeah? No. Why not? You should do some more painting. Buggy, here we go. Really?
Mama.
Yeah, you got something to show me? Show me. What is it? What you got? A tree. Yeah. honestly incredible I get anything done. Scraping off a part here that I didn't enjoy. I think we're reading a dog book in the background here. Ava loves to read to herself. But yeah, just like halfway done with the face. Thinking, oh, I'll be done soon. And not knowing the incredible struggle I'm about to have with the lips. Because basically, to this point, I've figured out a process, right? Of how I'm going to fill in and shape the different contours of this face mask face thing. Demon. So, yeah. But the cheek, you know, is going pretty smoothly. It's really easy. I'll play you some music and let you stop listening to me for a second until we get to the lips. It's just a whole struggle. Go working on the lips any second now. I'm not really I think I'm just picking out colors. There we go. So at this point I've totally gone off reference. The reference photo that I used, the mask has green lips, And I hadn't looked at it in days at this point. So I am just like putting these red lips on there, I guess, because I love juicy red lips. And that's, yeah, and that's okay. Obviously, you can see the pastel I'm using is not a Paul Rubens pastel. Like I said, I got too into the process and I just grabbed for those Cray-Pas Expressionist when I felt the need. Now you're going to see me struggle. I did struggle a lot with getting the lips to look the way I wanted them to. I think it's kind of a case of, like, I was better off in the beginning. Like, I should have just left them like this, then moved on, you know? But I didn't do that. So you'll see that they get worked over a couple of times, which is something I love about oil pastels. But if you if you do suffer from indecision, as I was apparently in this moment, then it can kind of shoot you in the foot, because you will end up, changing things multiple times when you don't really need to. Yeah. Oh well. I'm gonna let you watch for a little while. see, like right here, I added some green to the lip to dull the color down because I felt like it was too bright. But like looking back, I think it would have been fine just to leave it, because this happens multiple times. Hindsight is 2020. Yeah. And then I'm like adding blue and I'm adding brown, then green again, and it doesn't look the way I want it to look because it looked the way I wanted it to look before. And I guess I just like don't realize that at this point. There was a point too that I looked back at the reference, and I think that probably messed things up a little bit too. Or, oh, I remember what it was now. I think I was kind of concerned that the tongue wasn't going to contrast at all with the lips. So I thought, well, maybe I tone the lips down and the tongue can kind of pop out, because I wanted that like lascivious tongue, all pink and like sticking out of his mouth, like so yeah, I guess that's probably why I did that. Just had to pop back in and say, like, wow, look at these teeth. They're so crazy. Ah, look at them. I decided to make them like blue and purple for some reason. I don't know. I went off the rails at some point here. I was like, you know what? I'm getting this done. I am gonna finish this piece. It had been days, and I had like looked at it originally, and I was like, oh, I'll draw this like just real quick. Just real quick. That's what I thought. I thought it would be just a quick little sketch. And here I am days later, just begging these teeth to look like weird blue pegs of corn. Just come on. No, I actually really like the teeth. They do look like weird little, almost like, well, they're supposed to look wooden. They are wooden, in fact, in real life. And then I go on to do another lip. Oh, yeah. And it's funny because I'm pretty sure that I forgot how I did the top lip in the first place by this point. So I'm just going to experience like more struggle here because I forgot how I did it in the first place. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to go in, I'm going to dull it out. And then I realized at some point that it was too small. I had to make it bigger. And then I had to make the chin bigger because the lip was too big. And then I think actually it was the next day that I found the reference. And I was like, oh, the lips weren't that big at all. And they weren't even red. Interesting what the mind does, you know. Yeah. Oh, these lips. I don't even know what to say about them. They gave me hell. Gotta get a chin, y'all. This poor demon is about to get a chin. Oh, but first, I haven't tortured the lips enough. Get in there. No, I think I was just trying to add more contrast between the tongue and the lip, the bottom lip. I never did get it to look the way I wanted it to. I don't have any idea how I wanted it to look, to be quite honest with you. I like the tongue. I like the tongue a lot. I don't know what to say about the lips still. They just irk me. Oh, I guess I should say now, 45 minutes in, a little bit about my process. When I work with oil pastels, I do feel like it's very like a sculpture almost. Like you can lay down the medium and you just like push it around with your fingers. I don't blend with anything but my fingers because I've found that the Q-tips or a blending stump just pull the pigment off the page, and that's like the opposite of what I want to do. So it's a good option if you need to pull pigment off the page. I will tell you that the thing that has improved my work with oil pastels the most is just using a proper oil pastel paper, or paper with heavier weight, or just a little bit of like a medium tooth. Gosh, it is night and day. And also these Paul Rubens are so creamy and such a delight to work with. Really, really creamy. They are creamier than the Cray-Pas. I will say it. It is true. They are so nice. Yeah, I would have to say they might be the nicest that I've tried. Which I've only tried 3 brands, so. But they're nicer, I think, to work with than the Expressionist. The Expressionists are a little bit drier. So they're harder to push around. They're harder to blend. And these just make it so much fun. Yep, and I went back to work on the lip again because you know what? I love to beat a dead horse, and I just can't let it go. I couldn't let it go. I had to keep messing with it, and it just kept getting worse. And I'm like looking at it on my wall, and the bottom lip, yes, I will accept it. I don't like how the top lip turned out. It's very frustrating. Ugh. decided he was gonna look kind of like he was popping his head out the door. Like, hey, what's for dinner? Or like, hey, what's that noise? What y'all doing out here? Oh, is that pizza? It's almost dinner time. Excuse me. Yeah, so I gave him a neck. I thought he looked weird. I started in a weird place, and part of his face is going off the paper where I typed it down, and the whole thing is a mess, y'all. But I have to say, I do enjoy using these oil pastels. They're quite good. I might order the regular color set now. I love this pastel set. It's so nice. Of course, I use a lot of pastel colors because mostly I do portraits. So those are really, really, really handy for portraits of all skin types. Yeah, because our skin is very reflective. And with the oil pastel sets, really with the oil pastel color ranges, there are just a lot of like really bright, intense colors, and there aren't a whole lot of brands that offer a range of true like pastel colors. So I appreciate the Macaron. I love it. I think it's wonderful. So he's got a neck now. He doesn't look weird, and he's not a floating head in space. It's like he's at some point to me he stopped being a mask and he started being a character. And so, yeah, he had to have a neck. Creatures don't not have necks unless they don't, and then they don't. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I came back to add some shadows. Basically, I decided the light source was going to be up in the top left corner, so I just decided to give the demon's face a little bit more dimension using some shadows, which actually I think turned out quite good. I couldn't help stopping to do that, you know. I was starting to work on the background. That's just how it works, man. Like, you're like, I'm almost done with this piece, but let me torture this face a little bit more. I haven't rubbed quite every single stroke off yet, you know. Let me just push this oil pastel around some more. I knew I wanted the background to be really dark, which begs the question, well, why didn't you start with black paper? That would have been smart. I didn't, though. You see how the lighting changed? That's because when you have a baby, you just have to stop and start a million times, right? So this is probably, I think this is at night. Clearly, I'm just using my lamp. Yep. Also, yes, I am aware that I filmed this in the incorrect format. Yeah, I did. I'm learning. It's the first one. I'll get better. I promise. I wish I didn't do that. Because you could totally have seen all the different colors that I was choosing too. Oh well. I'll do better next time. Oh, yeah. So I started talking again to say that the background, I decided at the very bottom there, I knew the colors that I wanted to use, but I was kind of just being playful. And then I realized, like, oh, I'm just drawing flames. I should definitely make it look more like flames. So I did. And then, I don't know what else whatever, man. I'm so tired. This is the end of the day again. It's dinner time. I'll think about pizza. Cut me a break. And I finally did it, y'all. I finished, and then I said, you know what? It needs a scratch. Well, it needs a little black first to really make those nostrils pop. Yeah, I went so far from using the pastels, strictly the pastels. I don't use like true black very often. Just I try to avoid that. So I just used it in the eyes and the nose, and maybe a little in the mouth. I'm looking at, yeah. just to really drive home. And I think it changes pretty much everything, actually. When you really dial in the value, it changes a lot. You can also see that I added a bounce light from the fire. I didn't stop to mention that before. And I just can't stop seeing the fact that the lips and the mouth don't look the way I want it to look, so I just can't help it. I did scratch it a little bit. Shout out to Christian at Black Bean. I'm not Black Bean CMS. I'm not gonna scream. That's his thing. But I do enjoy doing this guy. It is very satisfying. He's right. It's very satisfying. I wouldn't say it's my very favorite part because it makes all these little crumbs and you have to pick them up. But I do love the texture. You're doing such a good job, bud. Picking up all our crayons. Yeah. Well, that's it. Stick around for my final thoughts. But yeah, I'm done talking for now. Fun drawing with many interruptions, but you know, that's how it goes. So I'll spray him with fixative and I'll put him up on my wall, and he'll be there for us to look at forever, or until I get tired of looking at him. All right, thanks for watching. Do me a big favor and hit subscribe. I don't have any subscribers. You could be the first one. That would be so awesome. You could be number one. Hopefully, you'll come back and see my next project.